Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to our Pokemon Red Nuzlocke. Now, when we left off last week, we were in a bit of an interesting situation. We had just defeated our rival battle here at the cemetery, I guess. Its name escaped me there for a moment. But we have a bit of an interesting situation on our hands. So let's have a look at our team here real quick. We have Jake here in our primary position. Jake's been pulling a lot of really good weight for us here in this game, and I'm very, very nervous having self-destruct in Jake's move kit. We have Evan, our Growlithe, who knows Ember, so that's a fire-type move. That should prove to be to our benefit, especially where we have to take on Erika's gym. We have Peter, and Peter is our Nidoking, who is not going to see an ounce of use in the Celadon City gym. We also have Tanner, who is going to be our ace in the hole, particularly against the Vileplume that Erika has, because we're going to need it. We have Vipra. Oh, I didn't mean to use Dig. I wanted to look at Vipra's stats. Probably won't really be doing a whole lot with Vipra here either. And then we have Dale, who, again, will not be seeing an ounce of use in Erika's gym. So let's go ahead and make a quick little adjustment here to our team. If we come over to Bill's PC and we change our box, we need to go over to box 1, I believe. And then if we deposit a Pokemon, we need to deposit Peter, because Peter is not going to be helpful for us. We then need to withdraw Charles. And Charles will be doing a lot of really good work for us in this episode. We just need to grind him up a little bit more so he's on par with the team that we'll have to go up against with Erika. So let's go ahead and switch Charles up into the primary position here. And then let's move Tanner down into a lower position because we really need to focus on some level grinding. So let's go ahead. Actually, I need to do one other thing, and that is we need to get our cut HM user into our party, and I should have done that before. But the difference here is that's going to be in Bill's second box. So we're going to go ahead and deposit Dale, because again, Dale is not going to be useful to us in this portion of the run. So let's go ahead and switch to box 2. And then we are going to withdraw Phantom. And Phantom we just need because of the cut usage to get, well, primarily into the gym in Celadon. But there's a couple of other things that I'd like to do first. Primarily, let's do some grinding here so we can get our Charles up at a more consistent level with some of the other members of the team. And actually, I'm going to run to the other side of this little tunnel, so we're practically in Celadon City at that point. Alright, so we have done some grinding here. Charles is now on par with the rest of our team. Now, why do I want Charles in my party going into Erika's gym? Well, simply that's because Charles knows Confusion, which is going to be very, very helpful, because the majority of trainers in Erika's gym have Poison-type Pokemon, because almost all of the Grass-type Pokemon in Gen 1 are also Poison-type Pokemon. So that will just be really helpful. Plus, the Flying Bug-type combination we have here should allow us to tank most of the grass-oriented moves that are within this gym fairly well. We also have, which one was it? Evan, our Growlithe, who should be doing fairly well. And I need to look up and see when it is that Growlithe learns flamethrower by level up, because it does happen, and I want to evolve him into an Arcanine after that point, but I don't recall off the top of my head when that is, so let's go ahead and figure that out real quick. Oh wow, that's flamethrower at level 50, so we're going to be a ways away before we actually learn that. However, it is going to be beneficial for us because Arcanine does not learn any fire-type moves by level up, so we're going to be in this for the long haul, but that's good for now. Let's go ahead and make our way down toward Erika's gym, but before we do, we need to stop in at this mart, and we need to pick up a bunch of antidotes, because that is going to be very, very important for us, because I've only got one right now, and I cannot afford to not have antidotes on hand before going into a gym that is going to seek to hinder me in a variety of different ways, let alone using the poison status for that. There's an antidote. Let's go ahead and buy several of these, just so we are ready to go when and if they start coming in here. Let's go ahead and check what our TM list is, just so we can see if there's anything worth spending some money on. So TM32 is Double Team. I don't really have an immediate use for that. TM33 is Reflect. Again, no immediate use there. TM02 is Razor Wind. Nothing super beneficial there. TM7 is Horn Drill. Not terrible, but also not great, because that is a 30% accurate Oko move, and I don't know that I have any members of my team that could learn it. 37, that's Egg Bomb, which not going to be super useful, I don't think, especially because I don't think I have anyone that can learn it. We've got Mega Punch, which not the worst thing ever, and then Mega Kick. 9 is Takedown. That could be beneficial, but I don't know that I really have a need for that. And then we have TM17, which is Submission. No immediate use there. Do I have something that I can sell? Have I already done that? It looks like I need to hold on to what I have for the time being. Now, is there other things for sale on these later levels that I recall? What do you have? What are you going to do? TM18 counter. That's not the world's worst thing. Let's head up to higher levels of the store and see what we can find. Is this the guy who sells evolutionary stones? It is. We want to make sure that we have a Firestone. And of course I can't carry any more items, because why not? What was TM30? That's Teleport. That's not going to do me any immediate good. TM18, we just picked that up. That's Counter. HM5. Did I already teach this to someone? I did, and no one else in my party can learn it. Actually, Charles might be able to, but I think it's better to keep him with what he's got. Oh, Jake can learn Mega Punch. That's actually very handy, because it's going to make sure that I can get rid of the move that is stressing me out. Because I do not want to accidentally click Self-Destruct. It could be good to have in our rotation at some point, but for now, we're going to be fine. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves that Firestone, because we are going to want to have that for when we do want to put our Growlithe up to that maximum level. And then I need to make my way down and store a couple of things in a PC, so I can grab the lemonade out of the vending machine, so we can freely pass in and out of the central city here. So now that we're here, let's go ahead and deposit a couple of things. I don't think that I'm going to have to teach Cut to anyone else immediately, so let's go ahead and store that. Let's go ahead and store Flash, because I don't think I'm going to need to teach that to anyone immediately. We are also going to go ahead and store that one's Rest. Which one was this one? This is... No, that's Thunderbolt, not Teleport. But this one was Teleport. There we go. We don't need that one immediately, so we can go ahead and store that. We can store our Moonstone, but let's store TM18 first. Let's go ahead and store now the 2 evolutionary items. Let's store our Moonstone because we use the Moonstone where we need it. And let's go ahead and store the Firestone as well. That's going to free up a lot of space in our inventory. So now let's head back up to the top of the Celadon City Mart so we can get ourselves I think it's a fresh water is all we need, really. Let's head over here to this vending machine. And I don't know if I can get away with just having a fresh water. There we go. We'll find out once we make our way down to the passway through the main city here. And now for the moment of truth. Let's go ahead and pop into here. And is this going to let us pass through? Yes, you can have the water. Awesome. That was all I needed. And then they get to share some with the rest of the guards, and we have free passage into Saffron City, though we can't really do a whole lot with that now. It's nice to have that hindrance out of the way. Let's head back into Celadon and actually make our way into Erika's gym now that I've talked about it and prepped for it ahead of time. And down we go so we can cut past this bush and make our way into the gym. There we go. Let's jump into this and make sure that we get what we need from this gym, I suppose. We're not going to talk to the creepy old man out front here because in this generation he definitely is a creepy old man. And we should have a fairly easy time here against these different trainers. But I am going to take advantage of fighting a couple of the preliminary ones here just so we can get Charles amped up a little bit more. Because level 29 is what we're going to have to deal with from a lot of these, well, not a lot of them, but definitely the ones that Erika's going to throw out against us. And of course we get stun spored there. That's not particularly fun. Thank you for missing that so I can land a confusion. And now we are going to Weeping Bell. We can continue to confusion here. And this is going to be a painfully long fight to get through as the Weeping Bell has us stuck in a wrap type attack. Though I think I can get out of the attack by pivoting. So now that we're stuck in wrap again, let's go ahead and switch over to Evan. Wrap doesn't do anything here for us, or maybe it does, I don't know. It shouldn't deal a whole lot of damage, though. Alright, Evan, come on. Of course that attack just continues to go. I really don't like the way that this attack works in this generation. If he poison powders me, we're going to be in some real trouble. Stop! Wow! Okay, we get it. Just die already. That was a crit, too? Oh, boy. That's not fun. And this is going to be not a whole lot of fun. We're just going to fast forward through this fight because you don't want to see me sitting here fighting both sleeping and being wrapped. There we go. That's about as simple as it needed to be. We've got to go cure our paralysis and then we'll be right back. Alright, let's jump right back into this. If we step over here, we can get this next trainer. And it's more of rinse and repeat the same. Oh, so you've got 4. That's not fabulous, but Charles should be able to make some pretty quick work of her different Oddishes. And of course we get poison powdered there, which is not what I wanted. But in this gen, we shouldn't take persisting poison damage here as we have teammate switches. So I guess there's that. And now if it uses another poison, or not a poison powder, but a powder type move, we should be fine. Let's speed through this a little bit. But we've got to keep a pendant eye on our health and how that goes. Okay, there's the Bellsprout. And now we'll get another Oddish here. Oddish can't really do a whole lot to me here, which is okay. Absorb, not really going to do anything. And that was a crit, and it still only dealt 1. That's unfortunate for you. Alright. And then Bellsprout is the last one here. It's going to wrap me again, so we're just going to have to charge through this. And just like that, that's the end of that trainer. Charo's grown to level 27. We've still got a couple of buffler levels here. Let's go ahead and use one of our antidotes just to be absolutely sure that Charles makes it back to the Poké Center all right. And then we'll get healed up before we progress any further in that gym. Ooh, we're going to get caught up right off the bat with this other trainer that wants to come down and make sure that we don't just approach Erika directly. But this should be relatively straightforward. Weepin' Bell. That's all sorts of fun. We're going to go ahead and get a confusion out of the way here. And that deals about half. Poison powder. Fabulous. Just what we like to see. Not really. Not actually at all. But we get to deal with that. So that's all sorts of fun. Oh, you get a switch out of there, huh? That's an interesting choice of yours. Gloom taking some additional damage there as it gets attacked against us. Absorb, really not going to do anything against us there. We only need one more of those. Oh, you're... Alright, that's fine. I'll just sweep through you, and then the Gloom that you're inevitably going to switch right back into me. Or your other Pokemon. It's fine. Whichever you prefer. We'll just continue to steamroll through you. I don't mind. Charles doing really well here. And Ivysaur. That's all sorts of fun to have to deal with now, isn't it? Charles, you're fine. You can really hack through the rest of this. And Charles pulling his weight, resisting these attacks from the Ivysaur. Hyper Potion, of course, so we get to do all of this again. But Ivysaur really can't touch me. I'd like it if we get a confusion on them. Yeah, that's 2 hit points of damage that's dealing. A nice crit there. That's a really swift dispatch of the Ivysaur there. Charles grown up to level 28. We are just at the level where we're going to be okay. Let's go ahead and get ourselves antidoted. And then let's go back and heal up. Just so we can be absolutely top-notch before approaching Erika. And on to face Erika we go. We'll just cut through this bush and then step over in front of her, talk to her directly, and, well, this is what we came here for. So she's going to lead in with a Victory Bell, which mildly terrifies me, but we should be fine. This Victory Bell knows Razor Leaf, Poison Powder, Sleep Powder, and Wrap. Okay, let's go ahead and start off with a Confusion. Cut down that, didn't do hardly anything to the Victory Bell, which is all sorts of fun. That got us down to half. Charles is now going to start taking some lingering damage from the poisons, but that's fine. Let's speed this up a little bit so you don't have to sit through the remainder of these wraps however they go. Okay, that's not going as well as I hoped that it probably would, so we're going to withdraw Charles here into Evan. Hopefully this shouldn't really do a whole lot to us. Yeah, not really anything as far as I'm concerned there. And let's just get to a point where we can use Ember and get rid of the remainder of this Victory Bell, shall we? Wow, lots of wrap damage here. Thank you. Oh, Poison Powder. That's not what you want to see ever. But that should do a really solid amount there. Please pivot into your Tangela. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Let's get an Ember out here. Hopefully Evan can hold on for just a brief moment. If it constricts, we should be okay. Yes. And that's all of the tank. What? If it wraps me, I'm going to be in trouble. Nope, constriction again. That's fine. Let's go ahead and Ember. That's going to be really nice experience for Evan. And then we need to pivot out of Evan and go over to Tanner to finish this out. Tanner should do very well here. And it didn't hit me. That's really, really good. However, I only have access to Peck at this point, which is not going to be as much as I'd like. That's really good that it missed its sleep powder, though. And it's going to go for a poison powder. At this point, it does not matter because we have already won the fight. And that crit on the last hit there as well. Not bad at all. Tanner didn't even go over leveled. Really, really nice execution there from all members of the team. I know that this week was a little bit shorter, but all things considered, things went very smoothly, and I couldn't have asked for it to go any better. And before I take a step anywhere, we are going to grab a couple of antidotes, and we are going to dole those out to everyone that needs one, especially Charles. He pulled a lot of heavy weight in this episode, and I would hate for him to be placed in a position of vulnerability. Let's go ahead and make our way out of here. But if you enjoyed today's video, make sure that you leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe for that daily variety content. And I will see you next week with another installment in our Pokemon Red Nuzlocke. And I hope you stick around for the variety content that comes in between. Thanks so much for your time, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day.